Okay, so now we're recording. So you got that on horizontal now, right? Okay, good. I saw a funny meme on Facebook. It said, how do they say it? Please assist your fellow like mankind that on Black Friday when you're recording all the fights at Walmart, hold the phone horizontally, please. Right?
The whole fight.
Little Thanksgiving joke, right? So, okay, this is a little bit of an advanced pitching tip. And if you guys can move over this way, because you're gonna wanna look at me straight on, I'll kind of get my zipper going here. So just picture my spine right here, okay? So we've already talked about when we hit these shots, really like, I hate to say the death move or the really bad thing that people tend to do is they tend to move weight into their back foot. See, their hips are moving kind of backwards with their head, and they bottom out behind the ball and they kind of chunk them and they blade them. Now, we haven't seen any of that here today, of course, but that's what the other people are doing, right? Well, another little tip to help us to be able to hit the ball solid and to compress it, and think about this. When we're swinging the club, we start off with the club resting just on top of the turf, correct? Yet when we're hitting these really good shots, we're making a real slight little divot, right? So if I just make a practice swing, see I'm making a very small little divot there. I'm hitting the ground. So when the club gets back to the ball, it's actually descending and traveling a little bit beneath the ball. Now, the way that, unfortunately, we intuitively try to make that happen tends to be kind of a chopping move for a lot of people. But this would not work for hitting golf shots. So the way that we can take a nice divot and compress the ball, consistently, is we want to add a side bended impact, which is a fancy way of saying I want to make sure I start my downswing with a little bit of pressure moving into my front foot. That makes my spine tilt a little bit more. And when I make this move and I tilt a little bit more, I get a little teeny bit shorter. So now when my club reaches the bottom, it can catch the ground. And since I'm moving forward, the low end of the swing will be a little bit more forward than it started. Does that make sense how I'm saying that? Okay, so, and we've talked about adding side bend and impact like in the advanced full swing classes, but we want to do a little bit in pitching that way too. It's just a little teeny bit of movement into our front foot from our hips. So let's see if I can do this here under the pressure. So this is Julian's new rusty wedge, right? Solid, long but solid. Oh, you got a shot of this ball that went too far. All right, try one more. Okay, here we go. Try to hold it a little longer on me, the camera, Maria, so you can see that tilt, just a little bit of it. There we go, just for that little pitch. And I can feel a little bit of a stretch in my lead hip as I come through when I do that. Does that make sense how I'm saying that? This is definitely something maybe to think about for those of you who've been working on these shots a little bit longer. For the people who are newer, I would try to focus more on just getting into the front side with that handle leading a little teeny bit. All right? Any questions on that at all?
Hand position.
Hand position.
Grip.
The grip. So you can grip this either exactly how you like to grip for your regular full swing, right? So one of the things we did with you is we strengthened your full swing grip a little bit. For now, I would go with what we did over in the full swing area. It wouldn't kill somebody though to grip this a little bit weaker than normal, meaning your top hand so that you can see less knuckles when you look down. All that does, that helps you be able to get a little bit ahead of the ball and get the ball up in the air a little bit more. But if we're already trying to adjust your grip and make it stronger, and you only play in 90 days, I would just go with the grip that we did in the full swing. Good question. All right, great, let's get back to it. Thank you, Maria.